Good day, everybody. This is the Ecclesiarch here, back to you with some more Warpforge. And as you guys know, Necrons have received a huge update. And today we're here to deliver some Necron gameplay with Imotekh, the Stormlord. Now, this is a very expensive deck. I'm gonna tell you right away because it has a ton of legendaries in there. If you are a beginner, in general, I would say that Imotekh is not the recommended warlord because he requires a lot of cards nowadays. Back in the day when like this game came out, Imotekh all he needed was Tomb World from the legendaries and himself, but now it comes with a lot of legendary cards because Necron legendaries have received significant boosts, like Chronomancer has become better, Ophidian Destroyer has become better, and they have now the new Locust Lord as well. So there's a lot of interesting things just going on in there. So what exactly do we have that is happening here? What we basically get is Imotekh the Stormlord can now basically regenerate copies of Lord of the Storm, not regenerate, but generate copies of Lord of the Storm whenever he destroys something with it. So you can technically now reuse Lord of the Storm over and over again, which means that if you are playing double Immortal Pride and you get it off, it's going to be zero cost. That means you'll be clearing entire decks with this without a problem. So it's going to be like a huge buff for you. On top of that, your Hyperlogical Strategist is now cheaper, which is great. And Ophidian Destroyer now regenerates, which makes it a very strong early game tool, which I think is actually not only good on Ramatech, or obviously is better on Ramatech, but it's also nice on Imotekh because it can give you a good early game boost, because that's what Imotekh really needs. He needs to survive the early game, right? So you really need that along with your powerful 3-cost package with Technomancer, Tombblade, and Triarch Praetorian, which have in every deck. I just think that one Tombblade can be replaced by Ophidian if you want. It does mess up your Tomb World a little bit, but that's fine. You overall have two things that mess up your Tomb World. That's Damaged Plasmatide and Ophidian Destroyer, but both are very good early game units, so you really want to do really want to have that. Also, Curse of the Pharaon is making a comeback. This card received like a million nerfs. First it was 5, then it was 4, then it was 3, now it's 2. But now it's better because with the amount of pings that you can do with your Lord of the Storm, and also it's possible that you can generate more of these from that, you could really clear like insanely strong boards, and this is also very powerful in mirror matchups as well. You got your Psychomancer for stun and your Scorpack for removal. You got Chronomancer, which now resurrects units at the end of the turn, which is amazing because the copy of Nemesor's ability was pretty lazy. We have 1 damaged Hexmark as a win condition. We got Hexmark Destroyer, which is of course one of the strongest things that we have here. You could even go for 2, honestly. I'm still fine-tuning the deck, so I'm not sure. We got Implacable Conqueror because we have so much late game stuff. There's double Inescapable Retribution, Locust Lord, Necron Lord, and Vargard Oberon, so we have all the late game stuff here. Necron Lord is also better than it was because now it can generate Hyperlogical Strategist, which is cheaper, I believe. And you also got your Tomb World, obviously, which is crazy good. Now, honestly speaking, again, you can go for a second Hexmark Destroyer and the second Curse of the Pharaon because we are not running a methodical destruction here, which is a little bit risky, honestly, because methodical destruction is your hard removal, but the plus on the Curse of Pharaon is that Curse of the Pharaon does not fear camouflage on the enemy. So you really need to play around, and that's exactly what I'm going to be doing here. I'm going to be playing around with this deck a little bit, and we'll see if we can get to an ideal version in the end. So without further ado, let's just jump into the game and let us see what we can do. I just hope we don't get a lot of mirrors because it's going to be very slow. Okay, we got Erika Luminas. Now, Sisters of Battle obviously are pretty powerful, but so are we. Now, we're going to replace these. We don't need these in our hand. Scorpack and Inescapable are going to be good. They're going to help us with dealing with a lot of the sister shenanigans. The choice here is crazy. All 3 are good now. The Resurrection Vault now gives health. Awakened Obelisk now deals 1 damage and gives you Extermination Protocol. I think we're going to go for Awakened Obelisk in this one because it is extremely important that you stop the sisters from pinging you. not pinging you, sorry, from getting faith. And extra pings are always going to be a little bit good for that. So any extra source of damage is welcome. So see what I mean? There you go. So right now, that right there is a problem. So what we're going to do is we're going to do this. And we're going to take it out. And it's going to generate an extermination protocol for us, which is crazy. I mean, honestly, that is crazy. That is like really, really, really good. So much value from one card. It does a damage and generates another card, which is by itself really good. I think that was actually a very good change for them. Oh, that's a little bit problematic, honestly. I'm actually thinking I am gonna go for double extermination protocol on this one. It is very uncomfortable to do, but that's like Erika's strongest 2 turns, like turn 1 and turn 2, where she can become super obnoxious. After that turn, I already have a lot of ways of dealing with her, so I don't mind. Scratch that. She's still doing it. Okay, she's still being obnoxious. Very well. Do I just take this out? Yeah. This cannot be allowed to live, so this has to go. Erika got to 3 faith. Unfortunately, she has a pretty good start. That's already bad because she's going to be dealing 3 damage now with her stupid ability, but nevertheless, we still have ways of dealing with this. We got Reconstruction for Scorpex, we got the Inescapable Retribution. There's a lot of things that we have here. You also want to destroy that Remnant, most probably. Well, she doesn't know that I don't have any ways of resurrecting my Scorpex, so... Well, I kind of think that that was not the correct way to go, but... Okay. It's not too good now. I mean, it ended up being correct, but... I don't think it ended up being correct because he did the correct choice. I don't know. Because if I had the way of resurrecting this, like if I had a Technomancer there, it would be crazy. But, well, I did not have it, so, well, there's that. Took a risk and it paid off. Now he needs to clear this board, though. You cannot leave this board alive. There's Fury. There you go. Probably he's gonna attack with one of the sisters, which I don't mind, actually. I think it's good that we remove a sister from the board. Oh, he would attack with this. Okay, interesting. Destroys the Remnant. And does destroy the Scorpex Destroyer or not? That's the question. Okay, that's good. That's good. Now, can we deal... Does she drop something again? Oh, okay, she drops it on herself. That's good. That's good. So I say we play Inescapable Retribution here. Attack here. Do this. And then we bring back a Chronomancer. We're gonna need that. Oof, that's a lot of early game stuff that Erika is throwing at us, but let's see if we can find ways of dealing with it. As soon as I get Immortal Pride, it should get easier. But that's gonna take time. Celestine?
Believe in the Emperor of mankind, and you shall
interesting.
walk in his light.
So we take that out. Let's stun Celestine. And drop a Praetorian here. We got our Curse of the Pharaon. That is beautiful. It's gonna be very useful here. It's gonna be like crucial even. There's the Seraphim. Oh, fire shall rain from the skies. I wonder. I wonder if this is how I should be doing it, but honestly speaking, I think this is okay. I think this is okay. Yeah, but obviously he wants to take that out. Nobody likes the plasma sight. Everybody hates that card. I mean, I can see. Oh, god damn it! He's there. He's there.
I have seen worse. I have vanquished worse.
Well. I guess. She's only got 3 cards in her hand. So this is going to greatly depend on how ideal her answers are gonna be to whatever I play. That's pretty ideal. Okay. Alright, shoots that. That's okay. Takes that out. And stun. No, doesn't stun me. Oh, they really need to hasten that animation up on that though. Okay, so we got Vargard Oberon here, which is pretty good. Question is, however, is that what we play here? I think that is what we play here. We do want to play Vargard. But the problem is, I failed to stop her from getting to 8 faith, which... Oh, okay. That could actually be fine if I draw a Tomb World, because she just got rid of her main way of dealing with Tomb World. That's huge, I would say, actually.
Soul is consecrated.
That's actually quite huge. So, do I get a Tomb World is the question, though. No, not a Tomb World for me. Unfortunately. But... I do get this, which is great, because I will clear the board with this. As I said, guys, return of the curse of the Pharaon. Pretty cool. Okay. Now this is gonna be very scary still, because I'm not getting a Tomb World, and if he gets like the legendary 9 cost, it's gonna be very hard to deal with it, because as you guys know, I am not running methodical destruction in this, so that might make me pay a little bit. So I don't know. Probably stuns me, sure. We can take a couple of those. Now he can still have hard removal, by the way. He could still have the Emperor's Judgment, or whatever we call it. This is not bad. This is not bad at all, actually. This is how we're gonna do it. What? What the fuck? Are you kidding me? Wow, AI, great. Great AI right there. Jesus, okay. That's not a huge problem, but holy, what? That is so not how it's supposed to work. That is so not how it is supposed to work. That's the stupid AI. Like, for real, man, what the hell? Who does that?
No armor will save you from our holy wrath.
Well, now we got 1 extra. Oh my god, that's not good. Gonna have to think of something here. Oh. So, Hexmark Destroyer is nasty as hell, but we cannot play that yet. I'm gonna have to reconstruct something. Okay, you know what? You know what? This is good. This is fine. We're okay with this one. And let's just... Honestly, at this stage, let's just ping this, I guess. Okay, we're alive for a little bit, at least, I think. Damn, man, though, that Hexmark really ruined my day there. Tomb World, please. Tomb World. We need the Tomb World. Looks like he's taking a little bit of a risk here by doing that, by the way. I can understand the risk. But still. He might be risking a little bit too much. I'll tell you guys why. Wait. Yeah, he might be risking a little bit too much here. I'll show you exactly why. So, we go here. Then we do this. Well, let me show you what the game plan here is, guys. Then we do this. Healing here again. Taking this out. And it's not enough. Oh, come on. And you know why it's not enough? It's not enough because this thing survived because of my hex mark. Oh, come on. Stupid AI. Stupid. Absolutely stupid. Maybe he still had lethal there, but oh my god. Stupid AI. Stupid AI. Oh no, he still had lethal, never mind. But still stupid AI. Nevertheless, because I think I did take an extra hit from that creature last turn. Ah, who codes this shit, man? It's like so bad. It was a good game though, it was a great game. Well played to my opponent for sure, but Jesus, that stupid hex mark. Like I'm in full mind, I'm in like half mind to just ditch it from my deck at this point because of that. Very unreliable in that sense. I guess I understand that they like maybe it's coded to also have some level of self-preservation, but like what the hell though? Maybe because the value of the unit was much lower than Hexmark's value because it was a 1 cost, but pretty bad. Still pretty bad. Okay, he's not finding an opponent. Oh, there we go. Nope, did not. I imagined it. What the hell's going on? Is there suddenly... Okay, finally. So, we got the Imperial Army. Immortal Pride I'm gonna keep. I don't think I need Planetary Invasion here, honestly. We're good without it anyway. Now, against these guys, you're kind of gotta look out for the scions, because they're the ones with the camouflage. Otherwise, it's fine. Oh, he stuns me as well? What? That's a powerful start, no doubt.
Let's make the cannon sing. Fire!
Interesting. To say the least. Alright, we can take a few hits. We can still take a few hits. Unless he drops more Vanguard, in which case it can get a little ugly.
Heavy weapon teams awaiting target.
This is not a vehicle, by the way, right? Oh, it is a vehicle. What the hell? How is that considered a vehicle? Holy. In that case, this is what we do. Okay. What? He's going face again. Bro. My man, whatever you're doing, take it easy. That is a very powerful start that he did, but he's a little bit greedy. Insanely cool concept of a deck, though. I love the concept of what he's doing. Like, he's doing the very strong early game push, but I'm just not sure how good it is in reality. Okay, not bad. Not bad, but not enough. This should be game over. This should be game over. Unless he has another huge, like, trick up his sleeve. Yeah, he probably wants to get rid of that. You don't want to have that coming back over and over again. Well, in that case, it's Immortal Pride. Just banging him like this, so now we can just attack freely because we're always gonna only take 1 damage in retaliation, so we do positive trades. So even if he drops something huge, like a tank here, it should not be a problem for us. Yeah, full throttle. Probably it's the Drogoldorn tank. Yes, it is, sir. Yes, it is. And again, it's not that scary. Because we have the means of dealing with it. So we smash here. Then we... Actually, no. We bring back another Scorpack. We bash. We do this. And we actually play the Praetorian. We do not ping again because we do not need to. He had a very, very strong and promising start, and also a pretty cool transition into late game, but it's a bit of a gamble what he's playing, because if it works, if your opponent fails to clear the board early, he just is gonna steamroll you, but it's very risky. Cool concept though of a deck. For sure it's a cool concept. Okay, GG. Good game. Good game. Go for game 3. The only problem I have with these Imotekh games, like, man, is that they take forever. Okay, we got an Orc matchup. We're up against the Beast Boss. I think this is a very good hand, by the way. Beast Boss is great. A little bit scary, because Beast Boss can do like insane lethal. He has like huge lethal range, so it's very scary. We can get lucky, and he will not be able to take out the Plasma Saho. Well, that is very greedy, man. What he just did is very greedy. You definitely need to attack the Plasma Site as soon as possible, because it does not give himself regeneration, and now I have a regenerating front line, which is like Vanguard, which is one of the best Vanguards for 3 costs, so 3 energy, 4 health, 3/3, and now it's regenerating, so it's nasty as hell, honestly. Very well, very well. So in this situation, I think this is what I do, because otherwise I don't really have a play here. So we're gonna attack. Something tells me that's a Smash a Squig, Trample a Squig that he got. By the way, guys, warning in advance to anybody. Stun does not stop the Trample a Squig. I learned it the hard way. I think that is a bug. I think that is not intended to be like that, but it is what it is. Okay, so he plays Nob on a Smash a Squig. So Nob on a Smash a Squig. I think we need to deal with that with Scorpec Destroyer. Otherwise, I don't. Okay, GG. It can get extremely difficult if you let Imotekh build up that specific front that I had built there. Like if you get like a Triac Praetorium protected by a Plasmancer, it usually gets very annoying. It can get very snowbally. Very good again for the starting hand, and we got Abaddon. I don't want to give Abaddon the tactic cost reduction, because he still benefits more from that than I do. I don't think anybody benefits more than Black Legion. Maybe Onva and Anvir Keltalk are close seconds, but usually you don't want to play that offense card against them. I think it's more bad than is good.
I will reshape this galaxy into a place of order and unity.
On turn 1 we do the standard start.
Bring no mercy.
I think he's also gonna do a standard start. Okay, so we're equal in HP, so we're trading him with him equally. That is good. So let's draw up Triac Praetorian. Now I'm not sure what kind of deck that he's playing, so I'm gonna play a little bit aggressive here, because in the late game against Chaos, I'm not sure how good we do. It's been a while since I played Imotekh at all, so I'm a little bit unsure of how this will go. He's probably gonna do the Hellfire. Oh, what? Torch, really? That is interesting. I'm gonna be honest, this is what we're gonna do. And if he doesn't do a powerful turn here, my Technomancer can actually win me the game next turn. Because it's gonna be a huge comeback, just resurrecting everything. So he needs to destroy at least one remnant here if he wants to be successful. At least one remnant he needs to take out. That's a good way to do it. Unlucky. He got unlucky. This is so nasty. I just got Implacable Conqueror, but I'm not gonna use it because value here is just too big to pass. I'm even ready to destroy my own reconstruction protocol just to resurrect everything. Sometimes you can do that. It's shit value, but like in terms of the card itself, because you don't get anything, but like bringing back the whole board here is huge. Especially against Chaos. They do have Spawndom, but like whenever you have a chance to build a board against Chaos, if you know that they have to Spawndom to clear it and there's no other way for them, you should do it. Because otherwise you can never build a board because you're just there afraid of Spawndom. You're like, oh my god, no, he's gonna play Spawndom. Yeah, sure, but is that any reason not to play the game? Of course not, right? So yeah, there you go. He uses his Spawndom. He clears. I'm actually thinking here I'm gonna Technomancer. I think I'm holding off too much from my thing, but I think it's worth it. I don't know. I'm sitting on this Implacable Conqueror too much, but at the same time, I don't want to lose initiative against Chaos, because if I lose initiative, it's very, very difficult to come back from that. It's nigh impossible. Oh my god, really? 5-6-6. Wow. Oh, hate it when that happens. Don't you? I personally hate it when that happens. Okay, so he takes the initiative, but I think next turn we can kind of retake it. With Psychomancer and Locust Lord.
I soothe the dark gods.
Oh. Well, ain't that a little bit scary? Well, obviously that's the first one he should do. No doubt there. So he goes full all out on that, huh? Okay, in that case we drop the Locust Lord, we drop the stun. So he used one Spawndom, he used one Helldrake. I hope he doesn't have like the second copies of that in his hand, otherwise it can get a little ugly. Because I mean, then I do have the Tomb World. Tomb World's gonna bring me back into the game really easily. Another Helldrake strike. Okay, this time it was a bad Helldrake. Thank the gods. But I'm very low. At the same time, I'm very, very low. Okay. Should I? Should I? Nah. Don't think I should. There you go. Okay. That's better. I think Tomb World would have been a little bit premature there. Don't need to panic because I already knew that he had 2 Helldrakes used up, so And he had an empty board, so there wasn't a large chance of something coming, but if I had used like Tomb World, maybe he would have brought it back with Legacy of Hate or Vengeance or whatever it's called. Maybe I should keep Immortal Pride here. Or not, we need early game. I think we could go for Reanimation here. I got a lot of units.
Into a place of order and unity.
What is yet to come is for us to decide.
So, when you're playing against Varro, it might seem to you that it's counterintuitive to be attacking him, but I think it's actually quite correct, because you guys know what he plays afterwards, right? He plays the Assault Doctrine, so what you really need is you need to bring him down to low HP so that you can actually finish him off when necessary. And mostly he's just going to be drawing tactics, so you are going to be out-trading him hard, so there you go. He just realized that he needs to stay down for a little bit and not attack me, because he's gonna be trading very unfavorably. I was 5 HP ahead of him, now I'm what, 9 HP ahead of him, so it's very unfavorable for Varro to trade with Imotekh. In the early game, that is, before he gets his stuff. Then it becomes quite favorable.
We will purge the galaxy.
Okay, so here, there's a couple of things that I could do. I could just use the score pack for this, but I think I'm gonna not do that. I'm gonna do this. And technically speaking, I regenerate 2 HP, so I just overall lost only 1 HP to the Vanguard vets. Sternguard veteran, or whatever that is. Okay, Judiciar is understandable. Completely. I'd say here, Inescapable Retribution is a little bit better, because both of them survive. So now we're giving him something to think about. There's also a Plasmancer there. Necron Lord coming. Pretty good overall. And he really needs to make sure those remnants are gonna be gone, because... Oh, there it is. There it is. There it is. It's that right there is, I would say, their main thing. If he has energy refills, he could do like big combos there, but actually depends if he has the necessary stuff. He might not have the necessary stuff as well, so... Which I think is the case in this particular situation. Kind of smells like it. Tactical Insight, okay. Another Tactical Insight, okay. For what? What? I didn't get it, but okay. I didn't quite get that move. I say we do this as well. And we're gonna drop a Plasma Sight right here. Just to be annoying. Just to be annoying little bastards, we're gonna do that. Because nobody likes Plasma Sight, as I mentioned. It's it's very annoying. Ooh, Gadriel. Interesting. Interesting. Gadriel is not what I expected right here, I'll be honest. But at the same time, I don't really care, right? Yeah, I don't think I care. So we're just gonna do this. Just gonna reconstruct a score pack. Then we're gonna do this. Then we're gonna do this. Resurrecting that again. And then we're gonna punch him. Okay, there you go. So he can play Assault Doctrine here. It's just that the HP difference is right now really big. And if he plays Assault... yeah, never mind, he did not play it. Unlucky. He was unlucky. So how do we want to deal with that? Honestly, I guess I would just do this. And at this point, I have HP to spare, man. So I can just easily start trading. Even into the Dreadnought. So look at this. We have so much regeneration that we don't even care about attacking a Dreadnought. So we got a lot of flankers in our hand. We got Scorpec, we got double inescapable retribution, then there's gonna be Tomb World. I'm just sad that I cannot play a Necron Lord. It's not the best idea to play that right now. Okay, that's gonna clear the board. He's still not respecting my plasma sights. Okay. I guess this is how I do this one. That's okay. Take more damage. It's fine once again. Because then we have an amazing Tomb World here. With double Scorpec, with Plasma Sight, as well as Technomancer. And if Plasma Sight lands like beside Imotekh, it's gonna be crazy. Does he not run Assault Doctrine though, is my question, because if he runs it, he should have done it by now, so... Should we Tomb World this though? Yeah, I think we can. Yeah, I think we absolutely can Tomb World this. So we just do this, I guess. Pretty much, yeah. He has no more energy refills, so I'm not afraid of like big combos from him. Well, I mean... what's the worst that could happen, right, guys? Okay. Alright. I'll admit I did not expect that one. But it's still fine, because... oh my god, he's still not respecting my Plasma Sight, man. My Plasma Sight feels very disrespected by his actions. So I am going to go ahead and play the good old Necron Lord there. Now that Necron Lord is going to take a hard removal to the face. If he does not, then the enemy is in trouble. Because if he does not do that, I instantly drop Hexmark and start using Indomitable Will. Can I use Indomitable Will though? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2. Oh, I think I actually can't do that next turn. Funny. I mean, that's okay what he did here, but it's not enough. Because I think I can, at this point, I can just take him out next turn. Yeah. At this point, no more flashy stuff, we can just finish the game. There we go. GG! He was running something different from what I thought he was running. I was expecting an Assault Doctrine, because that's what most of the Marines are running these days on Varro. That's, I guess, is the meta, but you can also play vehicles. Why the hell not? I think that's also a pretty good thing. Azrael. Azrael. I think we can switch this. Ooh, Destroyer, nice. This is a great opportunity to show a late game against our boy Azrael. This could go either way. I would say actually this is one of my most favorite matchups. It's like a very interesting matchup of like late game control. Both warlords are super like interesting into each other. You don't necessarily have this as a one-sided matchup, so I would call this a very, very good, potentially a very good game. Now, it's good that for him that he dropped this, because in a lot of cases, Azrael is a little bit vulnerable until the next couple of turns. So he starts really picking up steam when he has 4 energy, so that when he has 2 and 3, he's mostly vulnerable. So if he does play Sergeant Taman though, it really does help with all of that. So it's pretty good possibility. Now he should not attack here. Attacking here would ruin his tempo advantage, but a lot of people choose to attack with it, getting kind of greedy because there you go, because they know that I have Lord of the Storm. I don't think that is how it should be done. Okay, in that case it's good. In that case it's good. I take it back. So, as I said, a lot of people, the mistake that a lot of people make, what I was trying to say is that they just attack with this because they're afraid of the Lord of the Storm ability. But in reality, they shouldn't, because then you have to attack plus you use Lord of the Storm, which means that you're not playing anything on 3. And 3 is a very strong point for Necrons, because what they can do at 3 is they can drop a Praetorian, a Destroyer, Tombblade, like stuff, right? So in this case, what we're going to do is we're going to bash into this. And honestly, we're going to do Resurrection Vault. That's going to bring it back to 5 HP. There's a few things Azrael has that can really just easily take this out, but we don't mind too much, I guess. Okay, maybe we do mind. That's a little bit disgusting. It's not too good. Oh boy. It's a lot of choices here. There's a lot of choices here to be made. I think I'll have to attack it anyway with Imotekh later, so might as well do it in advance. Yeah, this one with 6 HP is scary. If it was the other one, then... Oh boy. Please go face.
Duty compels us forward.
It's not too good. Considering he attacked last turn, it's not... Oh god. Okay. We're not out of the game yet. But at least by forcing him to attack, we're potentially messing up his teleports. Really, brother?
No mercy! Engage and eliminate!
You're not even using your teleport, your agenda. It's not, it should not, it does not work like that. It's not supposed to work like that. When I mess up his teleport, he's supposed to actually, I don't know, it's supposed to mess up his game a little bit, right? Jesus. Okay, so here's the problem. He's not been using his agenda, but he's still getting his teleport units like this and then this. So when that happens, usually, I mean, in that situation, there's not much you can do, because one of the best things you can do against Azrael is force him to not use his agenda, which messes up his game plan like a lot. But well, in this guy's case, it's not working because he's just still doing it. Yeah, we just have to resign this, and I'm afraid when that happens, it's just too difficult. He did a great thing for healing that Sergeant Taman. I think overall he himself played really smart. But like when Azrael doesn't use agenda but still lands all his teleports, there's not like much that you can do, because that's the kind of a price you pay with Azrael. Do I want Plasma Sight against Boss Zackstruck? I think I don't, because he just takes it out too easily. When a troop is deployed, it gets -1 ranged attack. No, not really. Yeah, there's not much you can do in that case, because that means like he's not using his ability but still dropping the consistency, so it gets too devastating. Because mostly what happens when you mess up his agenda and force him to attack the remnants is that he doesn't get the cards that he needs, and then so his game plan kind of gets messed up because of that. So you just gotta keep that in mind. I'm gonna get Conquering Tyrant, because Conquering Tyrant in general is good against the Orcs, because Orcs like to face bash a lot, and Orcs face bashing a lot means one thing. It means that they usually face bash with melee, because they mostly have melee buffs, and Conquering Tyrant kind of puts you in a good spot. Now that's not too good, because Makari is an issue, because now he's going to be dealing 4 damage each turn, which is a lot. But this is what we're going to do now. We're going to try to at least abuse the Ophidian Destroyer. So at least this is going to scare him a little bit, and maybe he's going to use a hard removal on this. I think it's actually worth that he uses a hard removal, because if he doesn't, the Ophidian Destroyer's damage is going to stack up. Well, apparently he doesn't care. Orc no care. Orc still destroy everyone. Orc strong, he smash. Okay. Next turn I wonder if I should just drop the Locust Lord, but I'm not sure. Oh, Grizzled Scarboy. Okay. You know what, brother? I can do that too. I can do something like that as well.
I cannot do that.
I am something of a scientist myself. Okay. Alright. So now you got an armored Ophidian Destroyer, so I think that deserves a no mucking about. Wouldn't you say so, Zag? Yes. I think Zag gets that it deserves a no mock in there, as otherwise. But he's gonna destroy. Yeah, he's very good. I was hoping he was gonna do that, honestly. So we're gonna smash here, and then we're gonna drop the Locust Lord, because now we know that he used one of his hard removals. He could use another one, obviously, but overall, Locust Lord is a great drop versus the Orcs, because it's a good answer to Squig Buggy. It's a bad, it's like, because Squig Buggy just dies when it attacks it, and it doesn't drop the Squig. The problem, however, is if he uses Stormboy, Veteran Stormboy. But nowadays, Squig Buggy is considered to be, I think, the better option, so... Unlucky there, unlucky, Mr. Orc. Mr. Orc was unlucky there. 3-3-2, right? Yeah, that's actually what I'm gonna do here. I'm gonna do this. Then I'm gonna bring everybody back. Then I'm gonna do this. Then this. And then this. So, here's the thing. As I said, Imotekh is good against the Orcs that like to armor up, because they really can't outdo you. You are tankier, and you eventually even become better in melee if you roll your Conquering Tyrants. But if it is an early game focused like aggro orc, that might become difficult. Yeah, it's not looking too good for the guy. Yeah, goodbye. Okay. Yeah, the Locust Lord really did work there. He needed a veteran Stormboy to deal with that, otherwise he was not going to be able to. So guys, that's the current Imotekh that I'm playing. I think that he's actually very fun. If you like a control-based game, I think he is really good. It's just that his games tend to be very slow. I think he generally has a interesting matchup against Azrael. That one was just a stomp from my opponent. He just steamrolled me. That can happen. But I mean, that can happen the opposite side as well if you technically get, like, as I said, a Praetorian behind a Plasmacide behind a Praetorian. So anyway, you tell me what kind of Imotekh you are playing currently, because I think there's 1,000 ways to play him right now. Like, you have the Immortal Phalanx one, you have the Conquering Tyrant Duelist one, you can go for some early game Imotekh. Some people tend to go for Scarab Imotekh. So there's a lot of different things to do. So in any case, guys, thank you for watching, and I'll be seeing you in the next one. Have a great day.